Hello, mutable signs. This is for Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Okay, mutable signs. We're going to be tapping into your energy and what's surrounding the relationship for you. And in relation to the person, place, or thing, we'll be tapping into their energies too. Again, I'm really hoping that you can hear me because I need my hands to be free for this part. So I'm gonna shuffle really quick for your energy. It's getting dark. It's getting real dark. Trying to see what time it is. 4:14. So yeah, it's gonna get dark here real soon. So far, these readings have gone for about like 40 minutes. So it's gonna be around like 5 o'clock by the time I finish this. Oh my goodness! And that's definitely when it's gonna be dark. So hopefully, I get enough good sun, natural lighting. I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'm rambling. Okay. So let's do this. Okay, mutable signs. Let's move this over. I need space. Mutable signs. This is the energetic center of the relationship for you. And this is what is challenging it. This is what's beneath the relationship for you. This is the underlying cause. This is what's in the past, what's behind this relationship for you. This is what's above, what's attainable in this relationship for you. And this is what's ahead. What's the future of this relationship for you? Mutable signs, this is your heart space. This is your external factors or your environment. This is your hopes and or fears. Oop, they're getting a little shifty here. And then mutable signs, this is your personal outcome. The bottom of the deck would not be revealed until the end of the reading for further clarification. But now it's time to move on to the person, place, or thing you're in relation with and the energy surrounding them. It's going to be the same layout. I feel like it's getting darker like with every passing second. I can't help but to feel that. Okay. Oops. I'm moving it. Okay. So mutable signs, your person, place, or thing. This is their energetic center. This is what's challenging it. This is oops, this is what's challenging it. This is what's beneath the relationship for this person, place, or thing, the underlying cause. This is what's behind the relationship for this person, place, or thing. This is the past. Okay, this is what's above, what's attainable, and what's in reach for this person, place, or thing regarding this relationship. And this is what's ahead, what's in the future in regards to this relationship with this person, place, or thing. Mutable signs. This is this person, place, or thing's heart space. This is this person's place or thing's environment or external factors. This is this person, place, or thing's hopes and or fears. Yes, things, fear, other things. And this is this person's place or thing's personal outcome. Okay? The bottom of the deck will not be revealed until the end of the reading for further clarification. So let's step into it. We're gonna go bar for bar, okay? We're gonna see how y'all size each other up. And we're gonna go for there. We're just gonna really jump into this. I am losing light by the minute, yo. By the minute, okay? So, for you, mutable signs, your energetic center for this relationship is who? E. Mama. The tower? The tower. The tower. The tower. Okay. Okay. The tower makes an appearance when there is structural dysfunction within a situation, but obviously in regards to this relationship. Okay. Mutable signs. The tower is here to tell you, it's actually here to warn you. It gives an ultimatum. It says you have the ability to acknowledge the the cracks in the structural foundation. You have the ability to see that. It is up to you to fix those cracks, to fix the dysfunction before everything around it just falls, before everything around it crumbles. Okay? So this is giving you an ultimatum, allowing you to make a decision, and it requires you to put in some type of effort. The tower just pretty much announces that you've built whatever it is that you value on top of shaky foundation. And if you don't do anything to fill the cracks and heal the dysfunction, everything will crumble with it, even the things that you value. So, in order to protect the things that you value, it is calling you to do the work that is necessary to keep the tower stabilized. Okay? I don't know why that was so hard for me to get out, mutable signs, but that's where it's at. And let's see what is challenging you doing that. Four of Cups, dissatisfaction, unhappiness, stagnancy. We'll come back to that. I got something to say. We can come back to it though. Let's tap into this person, place, or things, and let's see what their energetic center is saying. Because this is the first time. This is only one of three. This is the third, three of three. Okay, I'm doing the modalities, so there's only three. This is my third video, and it's so interesting to see each modality in their own type of frequency. Yeah. Mutable signs, I just want to, before I start again, I just want to put it out there. Mutable signs is about adaptability. You guys are at the end of each season, so you guys adapt to endings going into new beginnings. Fixed signs stay kind of fixed within their reality. Cardinal signs initiates their new reality. You end it and adapt to change in endings of that sort. So this is your superpower. Let's remember this. Let's remember this. It's a challenge for everybody. Not all cardinal signs want to be the initiators. Not all fixed signs want to step outside their comfort zone. And not all mutable signs want to be adaptable. Okay. So it all comes with their own challenges. It really does. It really does. So let's tap into this person. Let's see what their energetic center is. Wow. The high priestess. They're very intuitive. They're very spiritually connected and spiritually enlightened. Okay, so maybe this is like a spiritual connection for this person to you. I can see it definitely can just be a spiritual connection in general because the Tower card is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards only come out when there are major spiritual shifts happening behind the scenes. So, it seems like this person can tap in behind the scenes though. They can lift up the veil quite literally. They're very intuitive. The high priestess is as intuitive as you can get. So this is cool. This is cool. Two major arcanas in the center of the energetic center of y'all relationship. So there's definitely some major shifts occurring here. But let it see what is challenging this person's um intuition. King of Wands. The ability to initiate, yes, the ability to take inspired action, the ability to execute is what I wanted to say on taking creative action towards something or executing a creative um, endeavor. So actually initiating and putting in the effort and actions necessary required to create something. That's what the King of Wands is. He is a provider of creativity. He's a provider of passion, confidence, authority, and leadership. And yeah, it is challenging this person's intellect, or not intellect, intuition. The King of Wands can be quite intimidating. So possibly whatever this person is wanting to create or bring bring in, execute into is something that intimidates them. Okay. Again, we're losing daylight. Okay. So let's see what is the underlying cause of this relationship for the mutable signs. Page of Swords, a lack of discernment, a lack of information, possibly even not even asking the right questions. Um, there's a just a lack of groundedness when it comes to the intellectual realm, possibly in connects to a conversation or needing to have a conversation or needing to speak up in some type of way. Source is about communication and intellect. But in the reverse here, there's a lack of obtaining information, but I don't know. I don't know. There's just a lack of discernment here. That's really what I'm getting here. But let me clarify this Four of Cups for you guys. Four of Cups is about stagnation. Four of Cups is about focusing on things that has already happened. As you can see, those three cups are already grounded and rooted in the position that they are. And there was a extra cup here that is it's pretty much like the universe giving you an extra opportunity, but you're too busy focusing on things that already happened when in regards to emotions that have already been felt, memories that have already been obtained, or experiences from the past. But it's focusing on those things, and it's not getting you anywhere, and it's actually causing more lack and dissatisfaction, and it's not allowing you to see the potential in other opportunities. So that's where you're sitting. Okay, you are possibly looking at this tower crumble in front of you, everything burning around you, and thinking that why me, instead of thinking that why not me, or what's next, what can I do after this. Okay, so let's see what's the underlying energy, what's beneath this energy for this person, place, or thing. Two of Swords. Underlying energy for this separate entity is the ability to make a decision, make a logical decision. Um, this is definitely about taking a moment of reflection. Um, and it's two, so it technically talks about weighing pros and cons. Ultimately, there's a decision that needs to be made on a more logical sense for this person, and it but unfortunately it can also block their heart space in some type of way. You are the only one that's showing cups, which is more emotional for right now, and your cups is not in a favorable position. It's in a challenged position, and the card itself is very challenging in general in context. So it seems like here, um this person just had to make a choice. They had to choose between something. We can clarify on what that actually is, but that's pretty much the underlying cause here is them making a choice in regards to something logically. So what's in the past energy for you? What's behind this energy, this relationship for my mutable signs? Ace of Wands. A new start, a new beginning, a new perspective, a new passion. It's the start of something new. It's the start of something exciting and passionate and creative. So in the past you started. Let's see, I'm probably gonna have to put on my flashlight. It was definitely something new that came to you, or that you have obtained. possibly a new project, a new adventure. It's a new energetic start. Let's just say that. It's a new energetic start and that was in the past. So it's something you started. Yes. Let's see about this person, place, or thing. What's in the past? Eight of Swords. Self limiting beliefs, restrictions, and limitations. Feeling trapped mentally. This person in the past definitely had to work through some self limiting beliefs. Yeah, it was them against them, really, in this situation. Eight of Swords. And so I can see why they're taking a more logical approach when it comes to making decisions. Okay. So let's see what is above, what is in reach of this situation for the mutable signs. King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords is very powerful. He's very powerful with his words. He's very powerful with um his um his intellect. Very smart, very disciplined, very structured, very logical. He can be quite detached from his emotions and a little cold, but a little he's a little surgical with the things that he does and says. Also, he does everything that he says. He takes action and executes on his thoughts and opinions, and he provides all types of knowledge and perspectives. So I like to see that in a good position for you. That's really good. Let's see for this person. What is above this? The King of Swords expresses his truth. He's very honest, very discerning. So maybe there was a lack of discernment originally, but it seems like you stepped into a place of authority, a place of power where you can be able to discern and withhold boundaries around this situation. So let's look at what this other person, place, or thing, what is above this energy for them, what's in reach. The Knight of Pentacles. So a goal for this person is to steadily build, slow building towards stability. And the Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving, very intentional um with the things that it does. So it's very intentional with its time, it's very intentional with its energy, and very intentional with its resources. So this person is reaching to be more intentional with those things. They're building stability and being intentional with their resources. So, mutable signs, what is in the future energy in regards to this in regards to this relationship for you? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Instability. Instability, or there's instability here. The inability to balance. Pentacles likes to talk about work life, home life balance. So there's a inability to balance two lives, two experiences, or maybe there's just too much comparison of the two experiences, two lives, and it's causing some type of instability to be able to balance either one. And that's literally what the tower is. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too right now. Okay. It's just no. It's just not stable in order for you to do that. You need to be very you need to just be in a different space for that. I don't know. Like, it involves honesty. It involves you being very honest with what it is that you want and then going for it. So yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, we can clarify that if we need to. As for this person, place, or thing, let's see what the future energy is for them. The Chariot, they're moving forward with momentum. They're progressing. They're overcoming obstacles. Like this person really seems, I mean, obviously they have the high priestess here at their energetic center. They are divinely guided. Um, and the Chariot provides divine protection as well to move forward on your direction, to move forward within your purpose. So this person is very much focused within their purpose and building around that. It seems like you are, I hate to say it, you're a little more scattered because I see all four elements here. We got wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, and then we have a tower card, which means if all things are not aligned, they will all crumble. Okay, interesting. Let's look at your heart space. Mutable signs, your heart space. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is this is procrastination. This is lack of motivation, lack of momentum, lack of faith within yourself. Because Seven of Pentacles in its own is tending to your own garden, providing efforts to your own creations without knowing if it's really going to benefit you at the end of the day. Seven is about intention. Seven of Pentacles is about being attentive and intentional about the things that you want to grow, about the seeds that you're planting. And so when it's in the reverse position, there's either a lack of attention, lack of intention, or lack of motivation to do those things. In your heart space, you're struggling to find the purpose behind what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're cultivating. Fortunately, but unfortunately for you, this person that you're connected to seems to be very intentional, like I said, and very much aligned with their purpose in some way, shape, or form. In the past, they may have had difficulties that held them back and restricted them from something, but in the past, they're moving past it. It literally says overcoming obstacles, and these are the obstacles they just had to overcome. As for you and your past, you started something new energetically. This is a new energetic beginning, but physically, it got overbearing or unstable. I don't even want to say overbearing, but physically it got unstable for you, or you weren't able to physically withhold it, maintain it, process it, something. Something. It's so dark. It is so dark. Look, let's look at this person, place, or thing's heart space, okay? The sun. They're very happy. They're very content. Um, yeah, they're very optimistic about life. This is a very, very happy, blissful card, and it's in the right position for them to always view things as half full instead of half empty. Um, yeah. So in this person's heart space, they're very open and uplifting, but they're also just very content and very happy. So that's good to know and good for them. Okay, mutable signs, your environment, external factors. Nine of Wands. This is lessons learned. This is getting kicked getting kicked down, getting knocked down 9 times, getting up 10. This is about resilience. That's the word. This is about resilience. Nine of Wands is about resilience, being able to endure a lot, but also learn from it, and being able to form some type of boundary and resistance from things that aren't meant for you, because it's kind of been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So this is you putting up a fight on anything not repeating anything that you've already learned. I like that. That definitely shows me that you're open to adaptability, your superpower, and you have resilience. It's difficult, it's hard, it's it really gets down on you, but nonetheless, let's get through this. We're going to get some interruptions soon. Okay? So for this person, their external factors are, again, this is the third time, 3 out of 3, that the person's place or thing that you're in relationship to is always your energetic center, is their environment. So it's literally tells me that this person lives in your energy or is very connected to your energy. um your energy definitely influences them in some type of way. It may not be directly, but there's some type of indirect influence that you or that's in your energy, and it affects them. And for here, it is the Tower, and we already spoke about the Tower. So in their environment, there may be things that are not withholding um around them. There may be some things that are crumbling around them in their environment. Maybe it's their environment that isn't um able to withhold. The Tower talks speaks about sudden upheaval and unexpected changes. So hopes and or fears for the Mutable Collective is Six of Cups, which speaks about happy memories. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. It speaks about happy memories and connecting to the past. It's a very nostalgic energy, possibly connecting to childhood memories, a childhood friend, or a child. Um, Even your inner child. Hopes and or fears is there's probably a fear of like losing your innocence or something like that, or losing those good memories, those happy memories, even losing yourself, like disconnecting from that inner child, or having an emotional disconnect with someone that you share like genuinely happy memories with. For this person, their hopes and or fears are Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is about saving. It's about holding on. It speaks about holding on to things in regards to people, places, and or things, truly. Um, but it also talks about saving, like saving financially, saving energy, saving resources. So yeah, it seems like for this person, their hopes is to be able to conserve all of their resources. Okay, so let's look at what the collective mutable signs, what your personal outcome is. King of Wands, which is what's challenging this person. So you're challenging this person. Let I'm just the messenger here, okay? But your personal outcome is the King of Wands. So taking inspired action and initiation on the things that you want to create, executing things in a creative way, stepping into some type of creative power, but ultimately just embodying that creative power and being able to sit in a place of authority to be passionate and expressive, very expressive. So let's see what this person's personal outcome is. Three of Swords. Healing is some type of heartbreak, betrayal, any type of pain. It's mental distress that can potentially trickle down into physical distress. As you can see, it is quite literally three swords shooting through a heart. So this is definitely about, it says the card on here says the worst is over. So being able to release that pain and sorrow and healing from it ultimately. At the bottom of the deck will give us further clarification within our readings. So let's tap into the mutable, what's underneath the deck. As we know, it is hidden, avoided, or just not acknowledged. The Justice card in the reverse. So there's a possible imbalance. Definitely. We possibly mentioned that here. The Justice card is about balance. It's ruled by Libra, and it talks about truth, integrity, accountability, being true to yourself, um, and having a sense of justice. But in the reverse, there's a lack of accountability, a lack of justice. There's like some unfairness here, an imbalance here. Justice card also goes over agreements, anything that is bounded by law, um, or just an agreement, a contract in general. Again, this is a major arcana card, so this is talking about major shifts in the spiritual realm. So there's just like some spiritual justice or a lack thereof, spiritual injustice, or just injustice in general. Something's definitely unjust here. I was gonna expose and try to see what's under the deck, but you already know what to do. If you want to dig in deeper and if you have further questions, please reach out at Libra Baby Doll and we could tap into that. You almost got me, you almost got me, but let's see. Bottom of the deck for this person, place, or thing. It's the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Um, this could potentially talking about giving up on what it is that you believe in, or just bending your boundaries to accommodate for other people or accommodate for their opinions. This could be also like a lack of faith in yourself. Seven is about faith. In this position, this is a lack of faith in what you believe in. So it's allowing other people's opinions get ahead of what it is that you truly believe in. But for this person, actually. So it's not even really you, which is interesting. because as far as we've gotten here, this person has been very, very intentional with what it is that they're going towards. And they seem to have a lot of help, especially with four major arcana here. Um, but ultimately, what is hidden, being avoided, or not acknowledged within this person is that I'm hearing is a losing battle. I don't think it's a losing battle. Oop, you almost got me. You almost got me. It's just they're in a very they're in a very vulnerable position when it comes to their beliefs, and they may be giving up on fighting against it or fighting for it. We can clarify. It's getting long. On your side, mutables, I feel like everything was self explanatory, but I do want to. This page of swords, I said it's kind of like a lack of discernment. I still kind of feel like that. But eventually you turn into the king of swords. You skip a couple steps. That's cool. But this future energy with the two of pentacles in the reverse, this instability, um, not being able to hold it all together or being able to balance it. Interesting. And I want to clarify. Hmm. Now I'm even more confused. Okay. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. So there is some type of victory and success here, but like quite literally at the bottom of the deck is the universe or the world card, which is a completion of a cycle. So, especially as a mutable sign who embraces endings or are supposed to embrace endings because they're so adaptable, this is what is here or what is coming to be a new beginning. And is victorious, is very successful coming in here into the future. But there's possibly just a need to get grounded, like ground yourself, possibly even just weighing the pros and cons in regards to the situation. But you might be shocked to find that it has way more pros than cons. I don't know, I feel like this is just telling me that this hasn't yet been processed fully for you. Still confusing. Maybe you're confused. Now you're confusing me. Um, yeah. One more. Let's clarify this page of swords, which is beneath the energy beneath this situation, the underlying cause. Yeah. Ooh. And we got the justice card here in the reverse. Again, double confirmation. Something was unjust here. Something was just unjust here. But to clarify this page of swords, where I said it was a lack of discernment, a lack of knowing, a lack of knowledge. Now you got the prince or the knight of pentacles, which is confirmation that this person, place, or thing here, this is what they're in reach towards. Again, is that steady building. So there may have been a lack in judgment or discernment before, but you've moved past it. You're building with better intention now, or at least moving in that direction. But something happened and it caused this imbalance, this unjust unfairness here. So interesting that that came out double time. I would clarify that. But before we get there, let's see what's on this side. It needs to be clarified. I feel like I said, this was pretty straightforward and intentional with their energy. Besides what's at the bottom of their deck as well. So yeah, let's clarify both of the bottom of your decks. In regards to this situation, whatever was unjust just needs to be transformed or let go. Um Transform meaning like changing your perspective of it, or your thoughts around it, or making some type of changes to make it fair, to make it balanced, to make it possibly holding yourself accountable for something. Either way, it's something that it has to be evolved. It seems like whatever was unjust and unfair before needs to die off and needs to be rebirthed and renewed into something else, more truthful, more honest, and integral. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card in the reverse, which is all these major arcanas. But it being in reverse is a very weakened position, obviously. A possible feeling of defeat, a lack of expression or authenticity. The strength card is ruled by Leo, and Leo is ruled by the heart. So this is about expressing yourself from the heart space. And if we already looked at your heart space, we already spoke about that. It's a lack of inspiration there. So it's time to get inspired again. Re-inspired. Especially if you're going to be coming out into this potential King of Wands energy, which is inspired action that's potentially challenging this person, place, or thing. Okay, so Seven of Wands, we can clarify for that for this separate entity. And then this is already getting way long. We'll end this with the insights, and they'll be for you. Okay, Seven of Wands in reverse. Clarifications, Two of Wands. So, Two of Wands speaks about making. This is the second two, third two, 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 three, four. We almost have all the twos out here. We don't got the Two of Cups, but on your side is Two of Pentacles. On their side is Two of Swords and now Two of Wands. But then they also have the Two of the High Priestess. Either way, twos, they involve partnerships. And so Two of Swords could possibly have been that making a logical decision within a relationship or with for the relationship. Two of Wands is also making a decision, making some type of choice, but it's about um, planning, making a decision to plan outward, um, and to make a plan with said person. Um, and it potentially goes against their own beliefs and what it is that they stand up for. Because underlying is this energy of Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords in the reverse. So there is some pain or a harsh ending here some type of betrayal, but ultimately a very hard, painful, regretful ending. But it's in the reverse. So again, they're working out of it for the second time. I don't want to show what's underneath the deck because I'll get too into clarifying it. But they already have their personal outcome, which is the Three of Swords in the reverse, which is healing from that initial pain and disappointment. But Ten of Swords is the ultimate like ending. So it's ended. It's dead and gone. And this is climbing out of the darkness, climbing out of that deep resentment and pain. I hope this resonated for you. If you have any more questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at Libra Baby Doll. But let's finish with the insights here and let you go. Card flew out. I'm gonna acknowledge it, but I'm gonna put it back in the deck. Moving. Mutable signs. Some of you are possibly moving, changing residence, moving, and with your partner. Moving. But either ways, possibly you're moving, changing locations or whatever, moving in with someone or just moving in general. So let's shuffle. Okay, so we had that card moving. It didn't come back out, but possibly moving again. And then we got the card Guardian Angel, a lost loved one. It watches over you. We have the card Caution. It says, find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. So take caution. And then this card is so funny. Like I said, I've only made 3 of these videos. This is 3 for 3, and this card has popped up in all 3. So either fire signs are terrorizing people, or you have fire sign placements: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Um, yeah, or you're connecting with the fire sign here. And then at the bottom of the deck is distance. Distance. You and your partner, or this person you are in a relationship with, may be physically or emotionally distant. Okay? So, again, take all that resonates, leave what doesn't, and contact me if you have any further questions. Mutable signs, it was good having you.